welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone show. My name is Stephen Boster. I am your co-host, along with the one, the only, Mr. Michael Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good morning to all you geeks out there in Geekdom Land.
Hey, everybody. Great to have you here with us today because we are having a great time talking about SHAZAM. It's Black Adam. So, as you'll notice, Mike and I are going to quote unquote rock out as we talk about Black Adam today. And so I'm pretty excited. Hey, Derek from Three Geeky Dads is in the chat. Derek's in the house.
Derek says he can't stay around, though, because he hasn't watched it yet. Well, I mean, unless you want it spoiled for you, dude.
Yeah, good call. But I am glad you're saying hi. So
you can stick around for a little bit. We're not going to spoil it just yet. So
yeah, we've got our what's in the news and our Geekdar happening today, here in a little bit and stuff. So yeah, so Mike, how was your week? Because mine was packed.
Work is work. What can I say?
Right.
I won't even get into work. That's depressing, and I don't like to be depressing on the show. So
I hear you. Right, because that's why we do this, to get away from our
that's
work.
right. That's my escape.
Our escape. Yes.
I'll just say it's busy. Let's keep it at that.
Right. Yeah. Hey, everybody in the chat that's following up on us later, hey, put in the chat what you do to escape work. I'm curious.
Oh, yeah,
I need some more ideas.
Good topic. I like that topic. All right. So geeky news. I got to come up with a sounder for geeky news.
You will.
Yeah, eventually.
We're building it as we go. I love it. So it's all good. So wait a minute. Here we go. And here we are every day. Today we're doing geeky news. There you go. How's that for your sounder?
I'm not saving that.
Let's just say my rock star's starting to kick
in,
and I'm getting awake. Good. I'm getting awake much more better.
Much more better. That's yes. Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even opened up my cup yet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was trying to keep my coffee hot.
Yep. Oh, go for fluffer nuts in the house.
I was gonna have iced coffee this morning, but I forgot I didn't have any ice. So, bummer. All right.
That's a bummer.
Moving on to geeky news. So, part of my geeky news is going to be revealed in our Black Adam review.
Okay.
Stay tuned to find that out. The other part of the geeky news is Venom 3 has been confirmed according to MovieWeb.com. We are officially going to get Venom 3. I enjoyed the first two Venoms. I am a big fan of Venom.
Yeah.
I thought they were fun movies, and I am looking forward to a third installment of the series.
Right on.
Big question is, who's the bad guy? Who's Venom going up against?
But technically, Venom is a bad guy.
Well, he's an anti-hero. He's kind of like Black Adam.
Okay.
We'll discuss that a little bit more later. No, I want to know, are we going to move into the realm of Venom versus Spider-Man? Is that where we're going with Venom 3, or is there going to be a Venom 3 where there's a different enemy? Because we did get another hint that there might be a new enemy in Venom 2. The one guy, his eyes turn blue and everything, so it looks like he's going to become a symbiote also. So
okay, yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yes,
I'm trying to remember the third big symbiote, because I know there's a third one too.
There was, and I think that's what we need to go back and re-listen to our review because we talked about it.
I think we did. I think we did.
I know.
So I mean, is that the enemy of Venom 3? And then after that, we get Venom versus Spider-Man, which that's the movie I really, really want. So
Right. Right.
I am glad we can help you wake up, Gopher Fluffernutt.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Much more better.
So
Teaching.
that's all I got in the geeky news today. So
Okay.
should we move on to our Geekdar?
Yes, I am
right.
good with that.
Here's the sound.
I am trying.
Well, you don't need that, Private. We're right here. Now, what is it? Now, what is it?
I'm having trouble with the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
It's not all he's lost.
All right, who's going first?
I'll go first. I got two things on mine for Geekdar.
I do too.
Cool. I got it. I do too. Nice. So I
Deuces are
love
wild.
Deuces are wild, everybody. I love it. Netflix has a movie. I love spy movies and those kinds of things, and they have one called Blackout that just came out this week with Josh Duhamel. I don't know if you remember, but when we did he was in the other Netflix show that we watched, that superhero show that was really slow. We only got one season of it, I think. Jupiter's Legacy.
Actually, I liked that show. I was disappointed they
Yeah.
canceled it. I thought that was a good show.
Yeah, he was the main Superman type archetype character.
Okay.
But I like him in a lot of other stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, spy movie with him and Nick Nolte and Abby Cornish, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll watch this. And actually, it was okay story wise. Loses his memory, can't remember who he is. Then he starts getting it back, and a couple of twists. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Kind of a thing. But the fight sequences were the hand-to-hand fight sequences were great, and he was really good. So there were some Steven skips in it, just because I'm like, skip this.
Skip this.
Love story stuff. Nah, skip this. I don't care about this. I want action and all. So those were pretty good. So I enjoyed it. I would probably give it like 8 out of 10 kind of a thing. So, or no, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. So it wasn't too bad.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
So when Kelly asks you, "Hey, I want to watch this movie," does she control the remote? Okay.
Yep.
So you can't Steven skip when it's a Kelly movie.
That is correct, because I do like to live. Just saying.
Happy wife. Happy wife.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your geek jar.
No. It's a great question. I love it. That was good. So the next thing up for bids is this last week was Boss's Day, and so my team got me a gift card to Best Buy, and so then I used that to get a PlayStation 5 download thing and a gift card, and then I used it to get Gotham Knights, because we love us some Batman, and it's got mixed reviews and stuff, and I don't care. It's a Batman game, and I thought I wasn't going to buy it, only from the aspect of I can wait. I'll wait till it gets, because normally the Batman games go super cheap like a year or two later, kind of a thing. And but I said, there was a gift, so what's something I would not normally buy for myself, kind of a thing.
Can you get different skins for Batman in that?
Well, Yes and no. Not for Batman, but for the 4 characters, there are all kinds of different skins, and they are really good. Most of them are really good looking.
That kind of sucks that you can't do different skins for Batman, because then you can't play different eras of Batman. Oh,
Yeah. Well, the whole point of the game
okay.
is Batman is dead. And
Oh,
the opening sequence is a very well done computer animated film,
okay.
introduction to what happens to Batman, and it is really good. And he's dead. Make no bones about it. He is dead. And
I don't know if I like that.
well, it's part of the story driven, and it's really the premise of this universe kind of a thing. And he's fighting Ra's al Ghul in the Batcave, which makes sense.
Sure.
Excuse me. Ra's al Ghul is awesome, great, incredible fight, and then Batman just gets the tar beat out of him, kind of a thing, and so does Ra's al Ghul.
Right.
And then so then Batman, because of whatever's going on, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes, and that's part of the story. You're investigating what Batman was investigating.
Okay.
And
so Batman's not a playable character then.
He is not a playable character. Right. And he blows up the Batcave with him and Ra's al Ghul in it.
Oh wow, cool.
And cool. In the 4,
spoiler alert, dude.
It's the premise of the game.
So who are the playable characters then? I'm assuming Nightwing.
There's Nightwing, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Barbara Gordon, Batman.
Okay.
Or Batgirl, excuse me.
Barbara Gordon, Batman.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Then Tim Drake, Robin.
Okay.
And then Jason Todd, Red Hood.
See, I'd probably default to either Dick Grayson or Jason Todd.
Yeah. I wanted to play as Tim Drake, Robin is all about the bow staff and stealth. And that's how I love the bow staff, and I love playing stealth. But Red Hood is the tank character, and big, beefy, kind of a thing. And
I'm sure he's using guns.
Yes.
Nice.
And let me tell you, the animations they did for him using guns and doing a whole gun kata is just incredible. Now, I enjoyed playing. I started with Tim Drake Robin, but you can play the whole game. You can switch off the characters whenever you want. So, and what's nice is as you progress through the game, so those other ones do too. So it's not like you have to go back and build one up again. Nice. They all get skill points together to apply however you want and stuff. And but Red Hood, I really, really enjoy. It reminded me of the movie. Did you ever see Equilibrium with Christian Bale?
I don't think I have.
The premise behind the film is kind of like a utopian society, and of course there's something bad going underneath it. But they have these police.
Isn't that the premise of every movie today, though?
Right, that's true. Well, it's an older one. It's like 20 years old, probably. I don't know. I have to look it up, see how old Equilibrium is. But the premise is they have elite special forces that are taught this thing called gun kata, and how to go into how to fight with guns and stuff. And it is great. And this Red Hood, I enjoyed Equilibrium, don't get me wrong, but I thought this whole animations and what they're doing with Red Hood in the Gotham Knights game is better than the gun kata they did in that movie.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
It was great because there's plenty of sequences in the animations where Red Hood's not even looking and he turns around and he fires and shoots guys. It's just like, this is great.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun. It has its hiccups here and there as compared to some of today's games that have set high bars. But for me, I just want a game that I can just enjoy playing, and it's not overly detailed, kind of a thing. So it's fun. So those are my two geek bars.
Maybe Megan can get that on her Switch, and I can play it. I don't have a current gaming system anymore, so
let me see if it's on Switch. Here, you go. Go ahead and start, and I'll tell you if it's.
So I have two things for my Geekdar.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something I don't do a lot, and John Keller's probably gonna be upset with me because I'm gonna do music today. For one of mine.
Oh,
Because
okay.
John told me after we had him on for our last Cobra Kai episode that
Uh-huh.
Geekdar he thought about talking Ozzy Osbourne and Megadeth because both of them had just released albums when we had him on. And he's like, I didn't know if it would be appropriate. I'm like, dude, whatever's on your Geekdar, it's fine. You could have done that. I don't have an issue. So anyway, so I wanted to clear that up. It's okay. We can share music too if we want. We can geek out about music. So, and I am geeking out about the new Striper album. Striper just released a new album this
What?
week, and it's called The Final Battle.
Ooh.
The cool thing is, I pre-ordered this.
Yeah.
Release date was yesterday on Friday, and I got mine on Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what day it was. I got it in the mail.
Oh.
I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm getting it early. This is cool. So on my way into work and home from work, I was listening to it in the Santa Fe on my 6-disc changer in the Santa Fe.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is that you held up? What is that?
That
Is
is
that
called
a
a CD, a compact disc.
what? That is pretty cool.
Physical media, boys and girls.
Right? 'Cause
No,
I'm adding it onto my Spotify playlist
nice.
right now.
Oh man, it is an incredible album too, by the way. Of course, their
Excellent.
last like 5 albums have just been rocking out. I mean, really, really good. So I highly recommend Striper, The Final Battle. It is an amazing CD.
All right. I have it
Love
on
it.
it's on my Spotify and I've downloaded it right on.
All right. So for my second Geekdar,
Hey,
so
thanks for
last
sharing
night,
that one too, by the
oh
way.
yeah,
Even
no
though it's
problem.
music, I do appreciate you sharing that. Thank you.
We can geek out about music too. It's okay. It really is.
That's right. That's right.
We can geek out about anything, honestly. Anyhow, so last night I came home from watching Black Adam, and I just couldn't sleep. I was like, I can't go to sleep yet. I'm pumped up from this movie, and so
Uh-huh.
I went on YouTube and I was watching me some Eris Kionis variant comics, which I love his YouTube channel.
Oh, I
It's
love
great.
his show. I
Well,
love his show.
and I saw that Eris did an interview with Keanu Reeves. And my first thought is, oh man, I can't wait till we can get up to a level that we can interview Keanu Reeves.
Right?
I was a little jealous of Eris at that point, but
Right. His
and
comic Berserker? Was it
yes,
Berserker? I
yes,
started it. I have not finished it yet.
you have started it. Okay, so where have you read it?
Oh,
You
no, no,
already-
no, 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 no. Let me rephrase that.
Oh,
I started watching that
okay,
clip and I started trying to find, let me rephrase that. I
gotcha,
started watching the clip and I want to find the comics to read it.
gotcha. Okay. So we're a little as three geeky dads say, we're a little tardy to the party on this one. Apparently issue 1 came out in March and I had no idea this thing existed. And like Steven said, it's called Berserker. It's kind of funny because it's spelled Brzrkr, so they took out all the e's.
No vowels.
There's no vowels in it. But apparently he's like this super powered dude, and he pretty much doesn't fit in anywhere until he joins U.S. Black Ops, which is where he feels he fits in, and it sounds like it's the perfect op for him. Honestly, I have not watched Disclosure. I have not watched John Wick. I plan to. I know.
Oh, it's so good.
I know. I should watch those. And I do plan to get to them. But it almost sounds like it's this John Wick character on steroids, is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
me.
I agree. I agree.
So I am going to, after we are done recording today, I am heading to Fantasy Comics and I'm going to see if they got the Berserker issues because I want this. And Keanu said that a movie is in the works. So
Ooh.
yeah. So you can bet your sweet bottom dollar that we are going to review that movie.
Right? Yes. Agreed.
Oh yes. So those are what's on my geek dart for today.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, I saw I was surprised to see on Variant. I'm like, interview with Keanu Reeves. I'm like, dude, he has kicked it up a notch. How
That's what
cool
I was
is
thinking,
that? Yeah.
like I said, I was a little jealous. I'm like, man, I want to do an interview with Keanu Reeves.
Right.
I know he's on a way higher level than us, but
Right. And that's okay.
Oh,
I do hear
I
Keanu's like
respect.
super nice though.
I have all total respect for Keanu's or Eris
Keonis.
Kionis. He has a great channel. He has some great comic knowledge. Just altogether awesome.
It's
YouTube.
a top quality channel.
You ain't
It's
kidding.
top quality.
It's good.
Yeah.
I can only strive to come to his level. He's amazing. Really is. Couldn't praise him much more.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
We ready to move on to the main event?
Ready for yes. I almost did it. I didn't want to get us muted.
Let's get ready to oh, sorry.
Right.
To Bumble. Oh no, sorry.
Right. Okay, everybody. So here we go. We're moving into our main section. We're going to talk about Black Adam. As many of our normal listeners know, that normally what we do is we'll give our overall review and try to do really no spoilers within that. And then we move into our spoilery section, our spoilerific territory. And so with that, who wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors? No, I'm just kidding.
Whoever you want.
Did you catch that? Rock, paper, scissors.
I did until you said it, but yeah. Did you see the meme I posted with Andre the Giant?
No, I missed it.
It's great. It's great. Do you see any of my posts anyway?
Really quick. Can I
do.
interject or something?
Oh yeah, sure, Megan.
So you said rock, paper, scissors, and that's what reminded me of it. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, Spock.
No. I saw on TikTok Mr. Beast, who's a kind of YouTube. I don't know if he got his fame on YouTube, but he was doing he was at the premiere for Black Adam, and he got to meet The Rock, and he proposed a game of rock, paper, scissors, and if The Rock won, that he would donate 100,000 to charity of his choice.
Oh wow!
And it ended up with them both donating
Of course.
100K, and The Rock chose Make a Wish.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, so the meme was Andre the Giant holding up a rock from Princess Bride.
Oh
and
yes.
it says, Andre with young Rock. And I just wanted to comment.
Sage Page.
Sage? Yeah. Sage says, "What is this topic safe? Talking about the Rock movies was a danger zone." Yeah, we'll probably get muted in I don't know
72 countries or something. They'll
like
mute out. Facebook will mute out this section that we talk about the Rock.
Yeah, well, Facebook's probably gonna mute out of this whole episode.
Right, that'll be
That's
great.
hilarious, man. Can't wait to get those announcements.
So those of you who are live, thank you so much for listening, because none of this gets muted until after the fact.
Oh, I want to give out a shout to Sage also. Sage was streaming this morning. I forget what game he was playing. I saw he was on, so I popped in.
Dude, he's so good. I wish I could aspire to be as good as he is. Holy cow.
I'm not a gamer at all. I could play Miss Pac-Man. I can play that pretty damn good. I'll take him on in Miss Pac-Man. Anyway. So, moving right along.
Okay. Why don't you go first, my friend?
Okay. So, this has been probably my most anticipated movie of the year, honestly.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I have really been looking forward to it, and I hated this movie. No. I'm kidding.
Wow.
No,
Did you see my eyes drop? Because I was like, I did not think he was going there.
I so went. No, I absolutely freaking love this movie.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I think this is possibly DC's best movie yet. I
What?
and you know, Black Adam's not one of my favorite DC characters either.
Right.
But you know,
We
just
better hang on a second. Let me say, Brian, thanks for joining us. I understand because you haven't seen it yet. Brian says he's going to take a break until he sees the movie.
Sure.
So, Brian, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining
thanks
us.
for coming in, Brian. So, yeah, I did have high hopes for this movie, and I think it hit pretty much most of it. There was one thing, and I won't get into it yet, that I was highly disappointed in. But other than that, man, The Rock is amazing as Black Adam. He was a perfect choice. I don't think we could have gotten a better actor to portray Black Adam.
Okay.
I felt they did the story of Black Adam really well. It is not identical to the comics, but then again, his origin has changed a few times in the comics too.
Okay.
So, but I do like the way they did the origin in the film, and
Okay.
because to me it had a lot of honor to the character, which I really enjoyed. That was very cool. The introduction to the JSA, freaking amazing. I loved every member of the JSA. Hawkman was amazing. Cyclone, I didn't even know the character, and she won me over right off the bat.
The animations they did for her with her powers was off
Gorgeous.
the chart.
Great, look great. Her costume.
What'd you say, Megan?
I said it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Atom Smasher, freaking awesome. Loved him. He was so cool.
Yeah.
So funny too.
Yep.
Nice bits of comedy throughout a, for the most part, serious DC film. They did a great blend, very good job. And you know, DC hasn't been the best at that. It's usually all serious all the time, or all jokingness all the time, you know? I mean, like, if you go Suicide Squad, it's you know, a lot of jokes, and you know, which Suicide Squad was amazing. It's just Suicide Squad 2 was amazing. Suicide Squad 1 was okay, but 2 was amazing. So, I love the blend between the comedy, the seriousness of the story. They did an excellent job. And then Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan. Awesome. I want more. I want more Dr. Fate. I want more JSA, and we will get into that a little bit more later.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't pick our scale, if you don't mind.
Go for it. It's all you. Go.
The scales are Dr. Fate helmets.
You're right. I love it.
I know it's a Black Adam movie. I know it's Shazam, but yeah, we gotta go Dr. Fate helmets, because the Dr. Fate helmet is awesome. I love it. And I will give this, okay. There was one thing that I was gonna take my score down. I can't tell what it is yet. And then there was another thing that happened that bumped it right back up. And I can't say what that is just yet.
Right. Okay.
So, but taking those two things in consideration, it is a 10 out of 10 Dr. Fate helmets.
What? Right on. Okay.
Cheers.
Well done. Cheers. Cheers. Right on. Well done. Okay. Love it. Okay.
Your turn.
All right, everybody. I give it 4 out of 10.
What?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I do give it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Now, 8 out of 10 Dr. Fate helmets. Originally, I was when I came out of the theater, I said, well, that's probably 7 out of 10. But then I realized I had watched Blackout, and I was like, no, it was better than Blackout. You know, so I gave it 8 out of 10. I totally agree with you about The Rock. You can tell he has a passion for this character and wanted to do justice to this character.
Nice.
I love
that was much more better, by the way.
right on, much more better. Yeah, let's get more caffeine going. Excuse me, right? So I will say this. His love for the character came through the whole movie because
Agreed.
it was an incredible teeter-totter of storytelling for the character. I'm talking about the character here at the moment.
Okay.
Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And that was the strongest story element in the whole film.
You know,
and
good guys
which
don't kill.
right.
But I do.
You know, we saw that in the trailer, but in the movie, they had the whole music surrounded with it and the audio surrounded with it because, you know,
Oh my gosh.
you know, good guys don't kill people. Then all of a sudden, everything went silent. The music went silent. The sound went silent. And then here's The Rock saying,
but I do.
Yeah.
And I love his delivery of that line. I mean,
yeah,
he had some great lines in this.
he did. So we'll get back to that
real
Go ahead.
quick. I gotta say the soundtrack to this is amazing.
It's really good.
Oh my gosh, it is.
It's
so
really good.
It is so much better than the Hans Zimmer stuff that they've done in the past. I am not a big fan of Hans Zimmer. I'm sorry.
Let's get into that a little bit.
Okay.
Let me finish my review. I don't
Yeah,
want
I'm
to go
sorry.
back to that. No, Mike, that's an excellent point. I do want to come back to that.
Ooh,
I appreciate you saying that.
Too.
Right?
Anyway.
No, that's fine. So Hawkman, I loved that actor. I have enjoyed ever since seeing him on like we talked about the other night, seeing him on Leverage and seeing his character growth of his acting, the actor's a bit growth in becoming an actor. I thought he was fabulous as Hawkman.
He did a great job.
He did a great job. Cyclone, as I mentioned earlier, the animations for Cyclone, her character, the flirtatious nature between her and Atom Smasher was very good. It wasn't overdone, but at the same time, it was flirty, which made it fun.
Oh,
if
wait a
that
minute,
makes sense.
So you're telling me if you would have watched this on streaming, you would not have Steven skipped the flirtatiousness of the two of them?
Let me say this about this film. There is not a moment in this film that I would have Steven skipped.
Ooh, that says a lot.
It does.
Are you sure this is just an 8 then?
It is just an 8. It is
Okay.
just an 8.
Right.
It is by far the most fun DC movie out there. By far. My critique is really about the story flow. It was awkward. It was weird at times for me. I was like, well, wait a minute. How did we get here? Well, and that's okay. I just was like, I feel like it's almost like, it almost feels like there's probably another hour behind this film, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's like, well, okay, well, wait a minute. There were some parts of it I just felt just a little discombobulated in story flow, and I thought they must have had to edit this film. And so
you're saying you want a director's cut?
I want a director's cut by far.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. Well stated. I do. Or even much more better would be the Rock cut.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, I want the Rock's cut, kind of a thing.
Okay,
I want to see this as a rated R movie.
Oh, I don't know if it would be a rated R movie.
Okay. Oh, I'm saying just add the scenes to make it a rated R movie.
I don't think it needs to be, but I mean, this is your review. So.
Yeah, this is my review. What'd you say, Megan?
With the way that Black Adam was killing them in the beginning, I could see if you added more of that. I could see that being
right on. Thank you, Megan. Thank you.
For the kill count.
Hey, it is what it is.
Right. So
dang, we have to do that. We gotta watch it again and do a kill count.
Get a kill count.
A kill count.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we need a kill count on this one.
Hey everybody, let us know if you want to see a kill count. Let's do a kill count episode. When it comes out on video, we'll try it.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a watch party and do a kill count watch party.
That'd be awesome.
I like
That'd
that
be
idea.
great.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So, the story flow element was a little quirky. How it jumped to different things. Yet at the same time, I did appreciate the fast paced nature of the film. So, I like that. I the Rock was great. All the characters were great. Adam Smasher was fun, just as you said. I agree with that. The whole thing with the kid, I get the connection between, even though they weren't really explicit with it, was, you know, as they revealed certain things. I want to be very careful about this. As they revealed certain things, I thought the kid was out of place until those reveals.
See, I didn't feel that, but I think there's a reason for the kid also, and we'll get into that more.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
into spoiler territory.
Yeah. So, all in all, I didn't Steven skip it. I give it 8 out of 10. I would watch it again. I am tempted to go see it again in the theater.
Okay, I gotta say something. If you can Steven skip in the theater, I want to see what happens with everybody else in the theater.
I probably wouldn't live. I'm sure
Yeah,
if
I
people
know.
knew that I was Steven skipping it, they would.
They're gonna come after you with torches. It'll be like Frankenstein.
Right.
They'll be chanting, "Kill Steven, kill Steven."
Right. Evil dies tonight.
Steven dies tonight. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, we ready to go into spoiler territory then?
We are ready to go into
You give it an 8,
spoilerific
I give it a
territory.
10.
Yes.
You give it a 10. Okay.
It is worth seeing in the theater. It is worth seeing in the theater.
Honestly, your first time seeing this, I think it needs to be in the theater.
Agreed.
This is one of those tent peg movies that it needs to be experienced on the big screen. The Rock is just phenomenal. He need that Black Adam needs to be on the big screen. I think your first time viewing this. Yeah, I am glad it wasn't. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say I'm glad it wasn't streaming, because I got home and said I want to watch it again. Why isn't this on HBO Max already?
We wanted to do what we did with Halloween.
Yes, because Halloween ends. We watched it in the theater, came home and watched it on TV.
We watched it again.
So
watched it on Peacock.
Yeah, we watched it twice in one night. I would have loved to have done that. But
Black Adam.
With that being said, I would not have changed this thing. I would have went and seen it in the theater first.
Okay.
Even if it was streaming on HBO Max, because
Gotcha.
I think it needs to be experienced there. Now I got a question, Steven.
Yes, ask away, Mike.
So we have heard over the last year several times, I want my good guys to be my good guys, and I want my bad guys to be my bad guys.
Yes.
How do you feel about Black Adam?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was asking myself that in the theater, actually.
That's a good question. Sorry.
That's a good question. Yeah. I because of the very nature of the Black Adam character himself, because of that,
It's not black and white.
he is it is about a specific moral code, is really what that is. And they played that very well in the film.
Okay.
And I appreciate how at the end of the film is very much he is the protector of his people. Albeit the film did a nice job of saying he does whatever it takes to protect his people.
Exactly.
And okay. And it reminded me of when we were reading Deceased.
Yes.
It totally reminded me of that. This is my kingdom, and I will protect it as I see fit.
I felt he was the perfect live action version that could have been in Deceased. Honestly. Yes. He was very good. Now, with that
for those, hold on just a second. For those that don't know, Deceased is a comic book series that we have covered.
Yes.
It's kind of like zombie DC universe. What happens when heroes become zombies. It's a very interesting story. And and you get all the different characters. And I would say one of the main parts of that series that I remember the most is the whole interaction with Black Adam and Black Adam's character.
So, with that said, I wanted to read. There's an interview at the end of the last Black Adam comic book, which was my Geekdar last week, which was a focus on Dr. Fate character. These were lead up comic books to the movie, and they did a really good job on these comic books, by the way. But at the end of it, there's an interview with the director, Jamie Collett Sierra, I believe is how you pronounce the name.
Okay.
Anyway, and the question was asked: how did you tackle Black Adam's questionable moral code in the film? And his response was, I think that's one of the interesting parts of our film. It thematically talks about what makes a hero and who has the right to define what justice is. Black Adam was born 5,000 years ago when things were very different and does things his way for what he believes is right. I wouldn't say that Black Adam's moral code is questionable. I would say it's not contemporary.
Okay.
I fully agree with that statement. I think that is a great statement. Black Adam's moral code more goes along with what was happening 5,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that totally. I loved it. Thought it was a great statement. And I know how you are about heroes have to be heroes, villains have to be villains. And so I could not wait to hear what your take was
Okay.
on this character.
So, Megan, I probably want some of your input on this too, as far as we are talking. Let me say where I'm going real quick. I'm sorry. Sage Page did a nice. I want to recognize Sage Page's
like that.
comment. Sage Page says this, and this is the direction I want to go. So, Sage, I appreciate you saying this. Black Adam is the embodiment of lawful evil, and he loves it.
Which
Now,
is a D&D term, by the way.
It's a D&D term about alignment. And I want to talk about this because I think talking about alignment is probably a good way to view, for those who do play D&D and these kind of characters, role-playing characters. Megan, tell me what alignment you think that Black Adam would fall in.
I agree with lawful evil.
Lawful evil. Okay.
Also, because I looked at the definition for it, because I don't know the alignment definitions.
Sure.
I haven't.
I have a chart. I pulled up. So,
oh Lord, we're nerds.
I know we are nerds. I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, so here is a chart. I'm not sure whose chart this is, but I like it.
Are you going to show a Venn diagram?
No, with only 2 circles. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
So good would be like save. This is what they give: save the cheerleader. Neutral would be leave the cheerleader to her fate. And evil would be kill the cheerleader. Now,
and that all goes back to heroes: save the cheerleader, save the world.
Right. Lawful would be according to principle. Neutral would be according to need, and chaotic would be according to impulse. So, which I love those definitions. I really like them. So lawful evil is defined as the bad guy, but the bad guy with sense and reason. For example, Darth Vader would be lawful evil with reason, I would say with purpose, with a moral code.
I don't know. There are times when Vader can borderline chaotic, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, times, that's not his full character because he's more complex than that.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Emperor, that's full on chaotic.
So here's chaotic evil. So chaotic, according to impulse, chaotic evil is run, just run. Assume they're psychopaths, violent for no reason. The example they give is Moriarty.
Okay.
I would give Joker.
Well, I don't know if I'd put I think Joker is a
yeah.
better.
I think Joker
yeah.
is more chaotic
Because
evil.
I think Moratti has he has a purpose.
Yeah.
The Joker has
I
no purpose. Some men just want to see the world burn.
right.
I can't do a good Michael Caine impersonation. The
Yeah.
three geeky dads can do a great Michael Caine impersonation, by the way.
Yeah. So Sage Page said, like Vader, Magneto, characters with honor and code, but still maintain self-interest. So I appreciate the conversation because I would have thrown Black Adam based upon this movie into chaotic good.
I agree.
So chaotic good is defined as will use any means to save the day if they want to save the day.
I
And
can
so
see that
they gave the reference of the 11th Doctor. Now, help me with that. Would you agree with
Ooh.
that or not?
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the
11 is Matt Smith.
Oh, is Matt Smith? No, I would disagree with that. I would say the 12th. I would say
Who's the
Yeah,
12th?
Peter
Capaldi.
Capaldi.
Yeah, Capaldi fits that a little bit better.
Because Matt Smith is more like the third Doctor. Patrick Stewart, Patrick Troughton. And Patrick Troughton was kind of the clown. He, but there were a few times Patrick could have a dark side to him.
Okay.
But I never felt Matt ever had the dark side to him.
I feel like you could even say that Tenet was more chaotic.
I think Tenet could lead closer to that than I could Matt Smith, and I definitely think Peter Capaldi could. But I definitely would not. I don't think they know Doctor Who
unless they're going by the counting, the War Doctor in the counting.
Oh, well,
then that would make Tenet the 11th, quote unquote.
Yeah, but see, they don't.
But
normally...
most of us refer to him as
right.
10th.
No, the War Doctor is the War Doctor. He doesn't get a number. So,
right.
If they say the 10th, then then they're referring to,
right. So anyway. I thought chaotic good. I would have said chaotic good, but now Sage Page has got me thinking. Angie, you play. Come on, you play role playing.
She's got us muted because she hasn't watched it yet.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay. She's just checking out on the chat. Okay. Ah, right. Man. That's so gracious of her.
Wait, so the definition that I found, it says a lawful evil villain, I can't say that word.
Yeah,
you can't say it either.
Can't say it either.
Takes what he wants within the limits of his code of conduct without regard for whom it hurts. He cares about tradition, loyalty, and order, but not about freedom, dignity, or life. He plays by the rules, but without mercy or compassion. I think it doesn't exactly fit it to a T, because he does care about freedom. He cares about the freedom of his people. But most of that...
And she points out that he cared about her, and he didn't even know her. Mm-hmm. So, there... it's like Luke said, there is good in him. I felt it.
You had to bring it back to Star Wars. Well, we already talked about Darth Vader in all fairness.
That's
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But
actually, you started it, so
I did.
Even alignments are on a spectrum, and people move within that.
This is true. True.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought they did that. That was the strongest theme of Black Adam. Is the strongest story theme by far, and it was handled very, very well.
Yes, agreed. So
back to Steven's good guys good and bad guys good. This will be my one exception. Bad guys bad. Sorry. Thanks. This will be my one exception because storyline wise, it was done par excellence. Nice. I mean, it was very good. It was very well done. And that was, again, it was part of the story. And I thought it made it really, really much more better.
Much
more better and all. There's more caffeine. Cheers, everybody.
So I tend to lean towards the characters who are morally ambiguous, I guess. I like Venom. Venom.
Yeah.
He's an anti-hero.
Uh-huh.
He will kill, especially if he's trying to go after Spider-Man and you get in his way, you're screwed. But he doesn't necessarily like to kill. It depends on the situation. I'm a huge fan of Deathstroke, and Deathstroke will kill with no question whatsoever, and he will kill anybody.
There is no question.
But he does have a moral code that he follows.
Yes.
Batman could be questionable at times. He can be a very dark hero. He tends not to kill, but he will definitely use violence. He is a very violent character, and I enjoy that little bit more neutrally gray, I guess, hero.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that I don't enjoy my I love Luke Skywalker, and I prefer Luke to be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see Luke Skywalker. So, but I just tend to lean a little bit towards those little bit darker heroes.
Yeah. Sage Page says this. It's actually really good. He goes, I would agree being with Black Adam being a range of chaotic good, but towards the end, his statement of "bring on who you want because no one can stop me on Earth" brings more
On
of the evil
Earth.
aspect. And yeah, I thought that was good. Oh, hey, Janelle. Janelle said tenement.
I'm assuming she meant Tenant.
Yeah, she means
David Tennant.
David Tennant
David
of
Tennant.
Doctor Who.
Oh, could use darkness for decisions.
Yes, he could. Yes, David Tennant definitely could use darkness. That is absolutely true.
This is a great discussion. For me, this is a great discussion. I like this. So what's let's talk about Dr. Fate. I want to get into Dr. Fate. So the reason I was able to get my beautiful, wonderful wife Kelly to go was because she
Pierce
loves
Brosnan.
herself some Pierce Brosnan. You're right.
And he was fantastic in this movie.
He was great. And I don't think she remembered me saying that he was going to be in it because I said, "Okay, honey, here he is." She's like, "What?" And then all of a sudden, here comes Pierce. Pierce Brosnan. She's like, "Oh."
Nice. He did an amazing job. And all right, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Disappointed that they killed off Dr. Fate in this movie. It killed me. I'm like, really? We finally get a live action version of Dr. Fate, which, by the way, Dr. Fate is equivalent to Doctor Strange. Okay?
Oh, no, he is more.
I mean, character-wise,
Comparing
DC and
who
Marvel.
he
Oh,
is.
gotcha.
is.
Yeah, because I was about to say,
No.
I totally
I
agreed with Sage Page, who said Fate made me forget Strange ever existed.
Well,
in this movie.
right. I mean, and that's another thing. Actually, they tamed down Dr. Fate's powers. Because honestly, Dr. Fate could take on Black Adam by himself. In the comic books, yeah, Fate could probably take down Black Adam.
Which
And
means he probably could have taken down what's his face?
Oh, the demon.
I don't remember what
I
they called
forget.
him.
Yeah, it started with an S. But anyway, yeah, they tamed down his powers just for this story. They honestly did. And I mean, I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I still thought his portrayal was great. I loved the look. Yes, I know, Three Geeky Dads, he didn't have eyes on his helmet. I get it. Although one scene we'd seen the eyes light up and it looked amazing. By the way.
It looks good.
But yeah, so we finally get this amazing portrayal of Dr. Fate, and they freaking kill him off. And that's when I went, the movie just lost a notch for me at that point.
Okay.
Which
that makes sense.
Which
that
I
makes
was
sense.
talking about in my main, my spoiler-free review at the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so good, and the effects look great, and him multiplying, and
right,
so good. I want more. I want more Dr. Fate. Give me more.
Yeah. Sage Page says, but fate is more than the person. It's the actual
Yes.
helmet. Yes.
Yep. Naboo is the actual what the helmet is. The helmet is a Egyptian god, Naboo, and he basically possesses anyone who puts on the helmet, which most people go insane when they put that helmet on. They lose their mind,
Mhm.
which is why. Uh, uh, yeah, help me. The girl's name.
Cyclone.
Cyclone. When
Mhm.
when her and Adam Smasher in
Oh, and Adam Smasher's about to touch the helmet.
yeah, he's about to touch the helmet, and she's like, "Don't touch that,"
Yeah.
which was awesome because
Dun, 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 dun. Don't touch that. Dun, 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 dun.
anyway, that was almost like in Constantine, because in the Constantine series, he had the Doctor Fate helmet at his house.
He did.
And
I thought my brain went to that right at the end.
Yeah.
When he died, my brain went to, oh, so that's how Constantine probably got the helmet.
well, and then the girl in Constantine, she goes to touch it, and he's like, "Don't touch that.
Right.
Do not touch that helmet." So
Yeah.
yeah, he was amazing, and I want more. And I was so disappointed when he died. That
Right.
was my only real disappointment of this movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Except Fate's daughter Zatara. I know what you meant, because Zatanna, right, was
Okay.
the yes. I'm tracking with you. That Sage Page saying in the chat. Except Fate's daughter Zatanna. I mean Zatara. That's good. We're tracking with you. We're tracking with you. Glad to have you with us, man.
Nice.
All right. I agree. I love me some Pierce Brosnan.
Oh my gosh. Sorry,
I love,
my echo went nuts.
oh, that's all right. And then so I really enjoyed Pierce in that role. I would love to see him in it again in that role. I would love to see a whole Dr. Fate movie
Yes.
or series, or even if DC, if Warner Brothers did a short mini series of just a couple of episodes or something, I would be happy with that. You know, for HBO Max or something.
No.
But
I want a full on movie.
It was great. His powers, showing his powers and stuff like that. It says, yeah, I would watch this. I'm already just like Sage Page. When we were in the movie and I'm watching Dr. Fate, I was like, oh yeah, he's much more better than Strange, Doctor Strange. I loved his character. Oh, I did say much more better, didn't I? Oh, cheers. Sorry. I wasn't even trying.
Well, and I love that we skipped all the origins. We didn't have an origin for Cyclone.
We didn't need
have an
them.
origin for no, we didn't. And see, that's a mistake that DC has made in the past. You know, oh, we got to do origins for every one of these characters. No, just throw us into the story, just like they did here. This was perfect. It was just the perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
You can tell or you can go back and tell an origin story later. You know, once you've got the attention of everybody, you know, oh wait, I like these characters. I want more. Now you give them their individual films. And then you build up into the JSA. You know,
Yeah,
then we go into a JSA movie, you know.
even if they went back in time, or well, I don't know. One of the other things I wanted to see more of that they referenced, and it was really powerful at the end, but it would be even more powerful, much more better, I guess, if they did that brotherhood between Hawkman and Dr. Fate.
Yes.
You know, there was something there between the two of them, and I wanted more of it. That bond that was there between the two of them, and how one man was giving his life for another.
Well, you know, so when Hawkman asks Dr. Fate, when Carter asks him, what do you see in that helmet? Because he knew, you know, he could see the future in the helmet. And he's like, he kept anticipating, okay, it's my death. It's my death. The funny thing about that was I was like, I'm okay if Hawkman dies. I don't have a problem with that, because I know that Hawkman's character reincarnates. So I'm like, if he dies, we get him back. He'll come back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He may not necessarily come back in the exact same form. He could be a different actor playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Which you know, I may or may not like. I don't know, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, if he dies, that's all right. Hawkman reincarnates because he's been around for thousands of years, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Dr. Fate, on the other hand, now Dr. Fate can come back too, but it won't be the same Dr. Fate because once somebody puts on the helmet and Naboo, you know, engulfs them, then they become the new Dr. Fate. And there's been several different incarnations of Dr. Fate in the comic books. So I'm like, no, I want this Pierce Bronson Dr. Fate for a while. I'm okay if you tell a few stories with him and then kill him, you know, and then bring him back as somebody else. I'm fine with that. But
Mm-hmm.
you gave me the taste. Yeah. That was like that's like when you go to Sam's and you get the little samples at walking around Sam's. Well, that was the sample at Sam's. Now I want the full product. I want to go buy.
That's great. I like that. I like that. Hey, you need to read what Sage Page wrote. I'll let you read
Sorry.
it.
So cheesy pun, but seeing the outcome in the helmet put fate between a rock and a hard place. Nicely done. Nicely done. I like it. That was great. Sage, we are going to have fun when Sage comes on the show.
That's right. I am very excited.
Awesome.
All right. Well, what did you think? Just when I thought the movie was like over, I thought, well, that's kind of a stinky ending. Like, what happened there? Then all of a sudden we get this, you know, the door to life is death, or death is life, or whatever. And they're flipping over the thing. Oh, we read the inscription wrong. Then all of a
I
sudden
loved
this
it how
guy
two
died.
characters pointed out the life is the path to death or whatever, and two characters said, well, that's kind of obvious.
Right. Right.
It was pointed out twice in the movie, and we were all saying the same thing. We're like, well, that was an obvious statement. That was kind of dumb.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're expecting this wisdom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you read it going, that's just dumb.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
You know, then they're like, oh, now we have our champion, you know, and you got this big old demon character come out and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, this is all right. Now we get
It was a good battle, though.
it was a good battle. It was good seeing Dr. Fate, you know, with the multiple fates and, you know, it was
Although,
really.
do you know where my
good.
brain went as soon as that demon shows up? My
Where?
brain's going, where's Etrigan?
Right.
Give me Etrigan now.
That's right.
I mean, dude, now I want a live action Etrigan. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
bring it. That's the demon. That is the demon.
Yeah, it's the character named the demon is Etrigan.
Etrigan.
Blood.
Jason Blood is his
Jason Blood.
alter ego, his human form.
Yeah.
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 I love Etrigan. He's awesome. He's like the
Oh,
third ranking demon in hell or something like that.
and we didn't even do on our Geekdar the trailer for New Titans season.
Oh, okay. Well, we
Because
we can discuss it before we go.
Right. Yeah. No, it's okay. Well,
This is our
it's
show.
okay.
We can do whatever we want.
That's right, by golly. So anyway, so one of the things that I really enjoyed about the film, in all openness, was The Rock made this film with this character. He really did. And I'm so thankful that he had the clout to do what needed to be done, if that makes sense. It really was a movie for the fans.
Oh, he definitely pulled his weight in Warner Brothers. And I am so freaking happy.
Did you hear the rumor that he went above the DC film president and right straight to the Warner Brothers president?
Good.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
Yeah.
Because I want to see The Rock go in there and go, look, this is what I want. And if you don't give it to me, we're not doing this movie. and they go, "Yes, sir."
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Anything you say, sir.
Right. Yeah. And so why don't we talk about what
I
that
think
event was?
I got a feeling that meeting was like E.F. Hutton. When The Rock speaks, they listen.
They listened.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of our younger viewers probably don't even understand that reference, but
Right. So why don't we talk about that? Because
yeah, I want to hear what the reaction was where you saw it.
I was one of the ones going, yeah. We're talking about the post-credit scene, everybody.
Well, it was actually a mid-credit scene. There
Technically, it was
was no
mid-credits.
post-credit scene. I was ticked about that, by the way, because I kept hearing "stay all the way through the credits." Well, I did, and there was nothing at the. So, yeah, if you go see it, you can watch the post-credit scene, and then you can go after that.
Or the
Don't
mid-credit
Mid.
scene and then
or
go,
yes,
because
I
there
meant
is no credit. Yeah.
mid-credit. Yeah, there's no
Yes.
post-credit scene. Don't even worry about that.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I was screaming. I screamed, "Yes, the Man of Steel is back. Superman returns." I was so freaking happy. Henry Cavill has been my favorite Superman since Christopher Reeve. I think he's done an amazing job. I don't care what anyone says. I like the Man of Steel movie. I still think it's a good movie. I don't care that he killed Zod. Bull.
Mhm.
It makes me mad when they're like, people are like, "Well, he wouldn't kill." No, Superman has killed if it is necessary. If it is totally necessary, and I felt
Mhm.
that it was totally necessary for him to kill Zod in that situation.
Oh, you saw the anguish. He played out the whole anguish of having to
Yes,
make that
yes.
decision.
And then people tried to say, well, he had no remorse. Yes, he did. Immediately, he had remorse.
He had remorse before he did it.
Yes,
That's
he
the
did not.
anguish.
He didn't want to do it, but he wanted to save that family, and he knew it was the only way. I know this is turning into a Man of Steel review.
Right. But I do want to get to what happened. So let's tell
Yes.
everybody, for those that want to know, what happened
Oh,
at the end.
so, are we gonna give the whole scene away?
I think we need to. Sure.
All right.
It's spoilerific territory.
So Black Adam is in the film. He is imprisoned by Task Force X, basically.
I didn't
by
like that scene. I thought that was
Really?
overacting. I was just like,
You didn't like the fact that we had what's her face from
I liked Amanda Waller. I
no,
liked her.
Oh,
no, we had
we had this discussion last night.
yeah,
And I don't remember what show.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
We had the girl from Peacemaker. I see. I like that. I thought it was cool.
Mhm.
It was,
It was a nice
tie-in.
connection, but I was just like, it was weird
Eh,
for some reason for me. So yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, it had almost a Hannibal Lecter
Fair
vibe
enough.
to it.
Fair
'Cause,
enough.
you know,
Yeah.
they encase him, and then they've got the mask over his mouth. You know, almost like Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, it
Right.
was almost a Hannibal Lecter thing there.
Right.
Going. But anyway, so they
So we
captured
didn't say fava beans.
that is an amazing movie too, by the way. Yeah, so they capture him. Well, I don't know if you could really say capture. He kind of gave himself up.
He did.
He really does give himself up. And
Mhm.
then when he realizes that the other guy gets the power by the power of Grayskull. Oh, sorry.
Right.
That he has to come back and fight him. So then he says Shazam, comes back.
And Fate was holding him off. So Fate was he was doing two things at once, which was great. He
Right.
was projecting himself to help, Black Adam, but at the same time, he was, fighting this big old champion of Salute or Sadut or I
Right.
can't remember now.
Yeah, I don't even care. But anyway.
But we get Amanda Waller at the end, which
Right.
she's there in his throne room, kind of a thing or whatever.
He says, "That's fine. You didn't want to be in my prison, but now Condor is now your prison. You cannot leave Condor, and if you do, I will send people to get you.
Yeah,
And
I'll
he
call in
goes,
a favor.
yeah, I'll call it a favor. And he says, go ahead, do it. Call all of them that you want because I am the most powerful force on this earth. And she says, I can call others than just on this earth.
Yeah.
And then we get the Superman theme. And Superman comes floating in and says, we have to talk.
Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah. It was
Oh,
like,
and I'm telling you, the whole theater erupted
Mhm.
in applause and
And
cheers, and everyone was so happy that finally we get Superman back.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
glorious
Yeah.
return.
Yeah. It was great.
And
Yeah.
I've been saying for weeks now on the Geeky News that Henry Cavill was going to return, and yes, finally it has happened.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Rock did it.
Yes, he did. Yeah, the rumor was that the DC Films executive did not want Henry Cavill,
Right.
and so the Rock went straight to the head of Warner Brothers and got it done.
That is amazing. I love it. I'm telling you, I wish there was a video of that.
You're right.
If nothing else, I want them to recreate that moment and put it as an extra on the Black Adam when it's released on Blu-ray.
Right.
I will buy it just for that alone. And you know what? I want him showing up in the Black Adam costume.
Makes it more intimidating.
That's right.
Right.
I want him to walk in. I want lightning in his hand. And him saying, look, you better bring back Henry.
Hmm.
You don't bring back Henry, I don't even have to tell you what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it was good.
Don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Oh, sorry.
Wrong franchise.
Yes, Roger, I totally agree. The Rock has a lot of pull, and thank God he's in the DCEU now.
Right. Yeah,
You know,
it'll be
he had a
great.
great statement the other day. Someone asked him, because there have been rumors that this movie is going to be really good and that it may completely change the direction of the whole DCEU, which I think he has done that.
Mhm.
And they said, do you think that DC is going to surpass Marvel? And The Rock made the comment, and this is not verbatim, it's not exactly what he said, this is my interpretation, but he said something along the lines, I am not looking to beat Marvel, I'm looking for DC to be DC. And I
Oh,
so
what
agree
a
that
great quote.
yes, I so agree with that statement. Yes, DC needs to stop focusing on Marvel because they've been doing that for the last decade and it hasn't worked for them. Just be DC. That's
Mhm.
what you need to do. And that's what he wants. So, man, I think they need to listen to him. He's
Mhm.
making some good decisions. He's a smart guy and
Mhm.
he's obviously a fan of the genre. So, yeah, listen to The Rock. He seems to know what he's talking about.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. I want a candy munching, popcorn eating, soda drinking, fun movie, and by golly, that's what I got with this. And so, yeah, Roger, he's gonna lay the smack down because you can smell what the Rock is
Rock
cooking.
is cooking. I love it. That is awesome. Amazing.
Well, the thing is the Rock, in my opinion, is the Rock is probably one of the best he's one of the best people to understand what it takes to entertain audiences.
Right.
That is coming out of his, and I appreciate that, Roger. That's coming out of his SmackDown days, his wrestling days.
Well, he's commented in interviews over the last few months. He said, "Look, I'm going back to my wrestling days when I was wrestling in malls, malls and flea markets." And he says the thing was, you listen to the fans. The fans will lead you in the right direction. And it's just like when we had Mark from Three Geeky Dads on there. He's like, I don't think DC listens to us, you know. And I think The Rock is the biggest one of us that we can find.
Right.
And now he's a part of them. And he said, look, you're going to listen to the fans now. And the fans want Henry Cavill. The fans want Superman. Give them what they want. And which means we are getting a Superman versus Black Adam movie. That's going to come now.
I don't know.
It's happening. He wants it. He said he wants it. If he already went all the way to the top and said, you bring back Henry, that's the reason he wants Henry. It's going to happen. You think they're going to tell him no now?
Why would they set it up like that? Why would the end credit scene or
That's
the
right.
post or the mid credit be Superman being there if we weren't gonna get Black Adam versus Superman?
She's right. She's right. I think we're going to see some more build up to it. I think Henry Cavill will return as a cameo in the Flash film also. And then after that, we're probably going to get something bigger with him at that point. So it's all going to end up leading to Superman versus Black Adam. That's where this is all heading to. And I am fine with that. I've wanted that movie for a long, long time.
That would be, I would absolutely adore it. I would love it. I mean,
awesome powerhouses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take my money now. In fact, take my money 3 times over right now, because I'll probably see it 3 times in the theater, kind of a thing. So, yeah.
So you're not going to wait and watch that at home and Steven skip half of it? Skip this.
Skip you.
Skip what? Okay.
Very good. Well, hey everybody, thanks for joining us, man. We went 1:15 today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Woo. We got another episode to record. For those of you who support us on our Ko-fi page, we by the way, we're still doing our drive.
Oh yeah.
Our drive to get money. If Mike is gonna color his beard orange, just the goatee part, orange or not. But if you go to our Ko-fi page, we have, one of the benefits is that we have these special sci-fi episodes that we do. And so classic movies, kind of a thing. And so we are getting ready to record, and we'll probably release hopefully next week, is we are doing They Live is what we're going to be talking about. So if you subscribe on our Ko-fi page, it's ko-fi.com. Here we can go to, there it is. There's that Ko-fi page. Go to our Ko-fi page, Two Geeks. We have 3 tiers: $1 tier, $2 tier, or a $3 tier for monthly to help support us. At the $2 tier, you do get the audio of the sci-fi episodes, and if you do the 3, you get the video. So of us, for those who like the video and stuff. So it's very nice. Even if you just hang out and want to help support us, just to buy us a coffee, you can do that too. We'd appreciate that. All that goes to pay for all this, to do the streaming services and the recordings and our hosting and stuff. So if you want to go to our site, twogeeksmike.com, that takes you to everything, even to our merch page, www.twogeeksmike.com. We'd greatly appreciate hanging out with us there. If you want to chit chat with us, we do have our email at show@twogeeksmike.com. Anything else, Mr. Mike?
I think we've covered just about everything.
Whew, what an episode. What a movie. What a movie.
Oh, I love this movie. This movie is awesome. Is it on HBO Max yet?
I know, right? Ooh, wait a minute. Let's see.
It's not correct.
when will Black Adam be on HBO Max? Here, let's see.
December
4th.
Hey, that's my birthday.
Oh wow, for Megan's birthday.
That's
Happy birthday, Megan. That's
Very
what you get for your
nice.
birthday. You get to watch Black Adam. All right.
That's pretty cool. All right. Well, with that, Mike, I'll let you sign us out. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you. Shout out to our Kofi subscribers. Let's see, Sage Page Omega, Derek from Three Geeky Dads, my wonderful wife, my wonderful daughter, our excellent moderator Angela, all of you. If I left anyone out, I apologize because I don't have a list up. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head. But we really appreciate you guys, and if you want to shout out, just give us a little Kofi, and we'll do that. So, with that said, over and out, and tell them the man in black sent you. Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
May the force be with you.